Hi, this is Rena from thecheesethief.com and I'm here to show you what perler beads are and how to iron them properly. So basically perler beads are just these little plastic beads. Let me zoom the camera there. And you stick them onto these pegboards and then you can make a pattern and then you iron them and then they melt together into this. So then they're all stuck together. So then the perler beads that I got actually come in a set, and I actually sorted all the colors, but there's actually a lot of colors in one set, a lot of variations to color, so it's pretty cool. You can make a lot of really cool things with it because like there's like light yellow. It doesn't come just with like the primary colors, it comes with variations. You can see that these two yellows, they're just slightly different. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but they're just a little off, so you can make cool shading effects. But today I'm just going to show you just a simple cupcake that I made, and then you can stick this onto a greeting card or maybe a little hair bow or something like that. So I just made that, and here's one that I made earlier. So I already have my iron on, but it's not heated yet, so I'm going to heat it to the polyester setting and find my little, so the perler beads also comes with a sheet of, I think this is parchment paper. So don't go buy any special paper. You just go get a whole roll of parchment paper at the market if you don't have this paper or if you accidentally lose it. So I made my cupcake pattern, and then you can see these pegboards also. I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm waiting for my iron to heat up. But these pegboards, these ones are more random patterns, and then they actually have square pegboards, but I don't have it. This is a butterfly, and this one is more, this one is actually a square. All of the pegs are aligned nicely, and then this is rounded. So I actually use this one a lot because I don't have a square pegboard, so that one is square. You can see what I mean here. Focus. These aren't aligned, so when you make a cupcake like this one, this cupcake, I made using this one, and I put it in the middle somewhere, so you can see that they're not all square. They kind of made an angle. But with this pegboard, it's all square and right angles, so you make a different type of pattern. And when you melt them, you can see, I'll show you later too, when you melt them, this one doesn't create right angles like pixels. It actually creates an octagon pattern. No, that's a hexagon pattern. Yes, so 6 sides. But this one will create squares when you melt it. So I think my iron is heated, and I'm just going to take my wax paper and then go over, move this out of the way, and I'm just going to lay it down like this. With medium pressure, I am not going to move the iron around. I'm just going to use the tip of the iron too and take a look. Okay, so this one I did so that all of the holes are almost covered, and then the reason you don't move your iron is because it melts, and then if you push down and melt it, it's going to shift the plastic and your image is going to be skewed. So just wait for it to cool, and then it'll stick to the parchment paper, but you're fine. And then so if you see there, that's a melted one, and this one I did a lot of melting because all of the circles are you can see them leaking out of the sides. And then you can keep it on and melt the other side, but I wanted to show you how it's square. You see how when you melt it, it's square. And I melted this a lot and the hole is gone. I probably should melt this one a little bit more. So you can also go ahead and then leave it. You should have left it on your pegboard, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And then melt the other side. So I actually I don't really like melting the other side because you can never get all of the holes covered. And I'll show you what I mean. Oh, this one may work a little better. And I like the look with the holes in it, but if you do it this way, it's more stable, so you can't rip apart. So there. Now it's melted on both sides, but you can see, like, you can still see the little dots. Focus. when you melt it on both sides, whereas on the first side there's no dots aside from the side, but I should have melted the side a little more. So I actually like only melting on one side. It's not as sturdy, people say, but like for example this one, I barely melted it because I didn't want you to see any of the melted plastic on through. Let me show you one. Here's one that I melted on both sides, and then this one's really ugly because the holes are all inconsistent, but this side, there's no little holes. There's a cupcake. See, I think it looks better when you don't melt one side. You only melt this one side. It's not as sturdy, I guess you can rip it apart easier, but I think it looks cuter. So you can melt it either way, both sides or one side. If you have little kids, you probably want to melt both sides because you don't want them pulling it apart. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please visit me at thecheesethief.com for more tutorials like this. Oh, I wanted to also mention, sorry, I know I just ended it, but I used the top of the heart to make this rainbow. There. Anyhow, please visit me at thecheesethief.com. I hope you enjoy this tutorial and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.